You turned into a baby, giggled Michelle. Jen laughed too. Not quite, I regressed to about a younger age. I had been thinking about my bedwetting days the day before, and that age was my clearest memory of them. I was about that age when I had begun to secretly enjoy the feeling of security I got from wearing diapers at night, but was still very embarrassed about my problem. Bedwetting had made me a very shy girl, and I didn't have too many friends. This time Michelle reached across the table and patted Jens's hand. She looked into her eyes with compassion and understanding. Jen looked back blushing. She felt a strong connection to Michelle and a strong urge to explore it further. Anyway, Jen continued. I think that's partially why I like being alone, but more about the diapers. As you can guess, I eventually figured out how the regression worked, after a few terrifying experiences and a lot of crying, I might add. You're not the only little girl that was ever wet, messy, and alone in a lake house, Jen said. Michelle blushed again. I'm so glad you found me, she said. Jen smiled at her again and continued her story. When I first regressed, I was stuck in the diaper with no adult to help me out. After hours of crying and pouting, I fell asleep on the floor. I slept for a long time, and when I woke up the next afternoon, I found myself lying on the floor with a wet and messy pamper which had burst open underneath my bottom. I was too shocked to care about the mess. I was back in my adult body, Jen said with a smile. So I cleaned myself up, cleaned up the mess, went out to the lake for a swim. I began to do the math in my head. She sipped her coffee. That was when I discovered that the magic only lasted 24 hours. Unless, of course, you break the spell yourself by using the toilet, or get help. She added, winking at Michelle, who blushed again.